Imagine a world where machines don't just follow orders, but where they can actually think. Imagine a world where machines can learn on their own, where they can create music, write codes, and even solve problems, almost like humans. Now, imagine the two biggest minds in technology, finally deciding to share their secrets with the world. This is not science fiction. This is not a movie. This is happening right now. Welcome to English Corner, the place where we learn English through real stories that shape our future. And today, we are diving into one of the most powerful stories of our time, the story of Elon Musk, xAI, and OpenAI, and how their decision to open source artificial intelligence is changing everything. So, stay with me, because by the end of this story, you will not only learn English, you will also understand the future. Part 1. The beginning of a new era. Once upon a time, technology was locked behind tall gates. If you were not rich, if you did not have billions of dollars, or if you didn't have a team of the smartest engineers in the world, you could not even touch advanced AI. For most people, artificial intelligence was like a dream behind glass. You could see it, you could imagine it, but you could not reach it. But then, something changed. Enter Elon Musk, the billionaire behind Tesla and SpaceX, a man who is known not only for building rockets and electric cars, but also for dreaming bigger than anyone else. Musk created a new company called xAI, short for Extreme Artificial Intelligence. His dream? To build AI that is safe, to build AI that is helpful, and most importantly, to build AI that is open to the public, not locked away for a small group of powerful people. But Elon Musk is not alone in this story. On the other side, there is OpenAI, the company that created ChatGPT, the very kind of AI you are listening to right now. OpenAI was started with a similar mission to make artificial intelligence available to everyone, not just the rich or the powerful. For years, these companies worked in their own ways. They built powerful tools. They pushed the limits of what AI could do. And for a long time, people thought their inventions would stay hidden, available only to those who could pay or control them. But then, something surprising happened. They made a decision that shocked the world. They decided to share. Not just with scientists, not just with governments, but with everyone. They chose to open their doors. They chose to let the world in. They chose to give their creations for free to humanity. And just like that, the gates were no longer locked. The promise of OpenAI. Think about it. For the first time in history, advanced artificial intelligence is not only in the hands of billionaires or giant corporations, it is in the hands of students, of teachers, of dreamers, of people like you and me. This is not just technology. This is a new era, an era where a child in a small village can use the same powerful AI that once only lived in Silicon Valley. An era where someone who speaks little English can now use AI to learn, to translate, to connect. An era where knowledge is no longer limited, but shared. That is the promise of OpenAI. And this is where our story truly begins. Part 2. Why are they sharing their secrets? In a world where power is often kept behind closed doors, something unexpected is happening. Two of the biggest forces in artificial intelligence, Elon Musk's xAI and OpenAI, have made a decision that could change the future. They're giving away their secrets. Yes, you heard that right. The advanced AI models that once only a few could touch are now being released to the world. And the question everyone is asking is, why? To answer that, let's tell the story of a shift that no one saw coming. Once, I was a mystery, something hidden in massive research labs, something powerful, but private. Only big companies with millions of dollars and top engineers could access it. The rest of the world could only watch. But Elon Musk had a different vision. In 2023, he launched xAI, his response to the growing concerns around artificial intelligence. He believed AI should not be locked away. It should be open, shared, transparent. And in 2024, xAI took its boldest step yet. It released Grok, a powerful language model, as open source. Anyone could use it, study it, build with it. It was no longer a tool for the elite. It became a tool for the people. That one move set off a ripple through the tech world. Soon after, OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT, made a move of their own. They released the weights of one of their most advanced models, also to the public. Just like that, the landscape changed. What was once hidden is now open. What was once rare is now in the hands of anyone with a computer and internet access. But again, why? Why would these giants give away something so valuable? Some say it's about safety, because if AI is going to shape the future, it shouldn't be controlled by just a few. Others say it's about trust, because when things are hidden, people grow afraid. But when they're shared, people begin to understand. And then there's competition. By open sourcing, companies show their strength. They invite the world to build with them, or even build better. It's a message that says, we're not afraid, let's grow together. But maybe the reason is even bigger. Maybe it's not just about software, it's about philosophy, the belief that knowledge should be free, that innovation grows when everyone has a chance, that a better world is built not behind walls, but in open spaces. For students, developers, and dreamers across the globe, this is more than news. It's an invitation to explore, to create, to participate in shaping the future. Imagine a teenager in Egypt building an AI-powered tutor to help kids learn math, or a small team in Colombia creating a health assistant for remote villages. These aren't dreams anymore. They're possibilities, because now the tools are available, the doors are open, and the future is up to those bold enough to step through. What Musk and OpenAI have done is more than a business decision. It's a story of shared power, of shifting the balance, of turning watchers into builders. And it's just the beginning. In the next part, we'll explore the other side, because when something this powerful is shared, there are always risks. So stay with us as we continue the journey in part 3. Where we ask, what could go wrong, and how can we prepare? Until then, keep learning, keep imagining, and keep speaking the language of the future, right here on English Corner. Part 3. What could go wrong? In every great story, there is a turning point. And in our story of artificial intelligence, of Elon Musk, xAI, and OpenAI, that turning point is now. Because when something as powerful as advanced AI is shared with the world, we must ask a difficult question. What happens next? And more importantly, what could go wrong? Let's dive into the next chapter of this unfolding journey. Open sourcing AI sounds like a beautiful idea. It promotes equality. It allows innovation. It gives power to the people. But behind the curtain, there's another side to this story. And it begins with a simple truth. Not everyone who downloads a powerful tool has good intentions. Once upon a time, a young developer in a quiet town downloaded an open-source AI model. He was inspired. He dreamed of creating a chatbot that could help people learn languages, just like this channel. But on the other side of the world, someone else downloaded the same model. not to help, but to harm, to create fake news, to spread lies, to copy voices, to impersonate leaders. This isn't fiction. It's already happening. AI models can write realistic messages, create images, and even mimic someone's voice. And when that power is freely available, it becomes harder to know what's real and what's not. This is the first risk: misinformation. Fake content that looks and sounds real, but isn't. Open source AI can be used to flood the internet with false stories, photos, or even deepfake videos. The result? Confusion, fear, division. When people no longer trust what they see or hear, society starts to shake. The second risk is more technical, but just as dangerous. When powerful AI is open to everyone, there's a risk of misuse by those who don't understand how to control it. Imagine someone building a tool without understanding its limits. What if it starts giving harmful advice, or reveals private data, or behaves unpredictably? OpenAI and xAI have teams of experts to test, filter, and monitor their models. But what about individuals working alone? What if someone, without safety measures, releases an unfiltered version? Suddenly, something built to help begins to hurt. The third risk lies in power itself. When AI becomes smarter, faster, and more capable, and is placed in the hands of everyone, it can quickly shift the balance of power in society. Big companies may use it to replace jobs. Hackers may use it to break into systems. Governments may use it to watch their people. And with open access, stopping this becomes much harder. The question is not just, what can AI do? It's also, who controls it? And in the case of open source AI, the answer might be no one. But this story doesn't end in fear. Because for every risk, there is also a response. For every problem, a possible solution. And that's where responsibility comes in. You see, open source is not the problem. The problem is how we, as a global community, choose to use it. That young developer building a language app, he represents hope, the university student studying AI safety. She's the future protector, the teacher explaining AI in the classroom. He's building awareness, and the viewers of this channel, people like you, who learn through stories and grow through language. You are part of the solution too. This is not just a technical revolution. It's a human one. The tools are out there. The question is, what will we build with them? Will we choose to create more understanding or more confusion? Will we build tools that connect people or divide them? Will we be the generation that feared AI or the one that guided it? In the end, it all comes back to story, a story of trust, a story of power, a story of choice. Because, like every powerful story, this one leaves us with a decision, not just what AI will become, but what we will become now that it's in our hands. And so, the story continues. In the next and final part, we'll look ahead, into the future. What does this open source movement mean for the next 5, 10, or 20 years? What kind of world are we creating? And what role will you play in it? Thank you for staying with English Corner, where language meets meaning and stories build your mind. If this episode made you think, share it. If it made you curious, watch it again. And if it made you believe in a better future, be part of it. Stay tuned for Part 4, The Future We're Building with AI. Part 4, The Future We're Building with AI. Every story has a final chapter, but some stories don't end. They evolve. And the story of open source artificial intelligence, the story of Elon Musk's xAI, OpenAI, and the revolution they've begun, is one of those stories. Because what they've released into the world is not just a piece of software. It's a force, a spark, a beginning. The question now is, where do we go from here? What kind of future are we building together? Let's imagine it. It's the year 2030. A young woman wakes up in a small town in Africa. She opens her laptop and speaks to her personal AI teacher, built using open-source tools. This AI understands her accent, her culture, her pace of learning. No expensive tuition, no borders, just knowledge, freely flowing. At the same time, in a village in South America, a farmer uses an AI-powered app to predict weather changes. The app helps him protect his crops, avoid losses, and feed his family. And in a refugee camp in the Middle East, children learn to read and speak new languages through simple AI storybooks created by volunteers. None of this would be possible if AI remained locked away. This is the power of open source. But the future doesn't build itself. It depends on who shows up. It depends on the builders, the thinkers, the teachers, and the learners. It depends on you. The truth is, we stand at a crossroads. One path leads to a world where AI lifts up everyone, where innovation is shared and intelligence is a common resource. The other path? A future where AI becomes a tool of control, manipulation, and division. The open-source movement has pushed us closer to the first path. But walking that road takes effort. It takes wisdom. In the years ahead, we'll see more breakthroughs. AI will become even faster, smarter, and more human-like. It will write books, design buildings, cure diseases, and maybe even explore other planets. But as these abilities grow, so must our understanding of responsibility. Because the question is no longer, can we build it? The question is, should we? And if we should, how? OpenAI and xAI have made a bold bet that the world can handle the truth, that people, when given the right tools, will build more than they destroy. It's a hopeful bet. But hope must be followed by action. Education will play a central role in the future, not just technical education, but emotional, ethical, and global education. Children must learn not only how AI works, but why it matters. Citizens must learn how to use it and how to question it. Governments must learn to regulate, not restrict, to guide, not control. And storytellers, like you, like me, must keep explaining what's happening in ways that everyone can understand. Because if only a few understand the future, then the future belongs to a few. But if many understand it, then it belongs to all of us. This is why channels like English Corner matter. Because here, language isn't just grammar. It's power, it's connection. It's how we unlock stories that matter. Stories like this one. You've just walked through 4 chapters of one of the biggest technological shifts of our time. 1. The moment 2 giants, xAI and OpenAI, decided to share. The reasons behind their decision. 3. The dangers that come with it. 4. And the future it could create. Now the 5th chapter is in your hands. Not in Musk's, not in OpenAI's, in yours. So what will you do with it? Will you build something? Will you teach others? Will you tell your story? Maybe you'll start small. 1 app, 1 article, 1 video. Maybe you'll learn just 1 new idea every day. That's how change begins. Not with noise, but with quiet intention. The same way you've been learning English here, step by step, story by story, belief by belief. And so, as we close this series, remember, the future is not being written by machines. It's being written by people. People like you, with a voice, with a dream, and with the courage to learn. Stay curious, stay brave, and most importantly, keep learning. Because in a world of changing technology, the real power is not in the code, it's in the human who chooses how to use it. Thank you for being part of English Corner, where stories speak louder than lessons, and learning never ends. Conclusion: the story that begins with you. We have now reached the closing chapter of this journey together. But remember this: every ending is not really the end. It is simply the beginning of something new. And today, what we have explored is not just a subject, not just a set of ideas about artificial intelligence. It is a doorway into the future, a future that is already unfolding before our eyes. Think back for a moment to where we started. We entered the world of AI, where visionaries like Elon Musk and groundbreaking companies like OpenAI are opening doors that were once tightly closed. We discovered not only what AI is, but why it matters. We uncovered the opportunities it creates: faster learning, smarter solutions, wider connections. And we also faced the challenges it presents: risks of misuse, dependence, and ethical dilemmas. But above all, we learned this essential truth: AI is not the story. People are the story. Machines do not own the future. Humans do. And that means the responsibility, the opportunity, and the power all rest in our hands. The future belongs to dreamers, those who dare to imagine what could be possible. The future belongs to learners, those who never stop growing, never stop asking, never stop reaching higher. The future belongs to storytellers, those who use words, ideas, and imagination to shape the way we see the world. And that means the future belongs to you. Yes, you. Every time you learn a new word, every time you listen carefully to a story in English, every time you take one more small step in building your skills, you are building not only a language, but a bridge to knowledge, to connection, and to opportunity. Because the truth is this: English is not just a language, it is a tool of connection. It is the passport to knowledge and communication in today's world. It is the language of science, technology, and global culture. And in an age where artificial intelligence is growing so fast, the ability to connect, to understand, and to express yourself in English will open doors that technology alone can never open. This is why your learning matters. This is why your journey matters. Because while machines may process data, only humans can create meaning. While AI can translate words, only you can share feelings. While technology may suggest answers, only you can ask the questions that truly shape the future. So as you move forward, I want you to carry this with you. Keep learning, because knowledge is the seed of freedom. Keep questioning, because curiosity is the beginning of wisdom. Keep building your voice, both in English and in life, because your words are your power. In this age of artificial intelligence, the most powerful thing is not the machine. It is the mind behind the screen. Your mind, your creativity, your courage to keep going. And somewhere, right now, someone just like you is making the choice to learn, to grow, and to take their place in the future. The question is, will you join them? Why support English Corner? This is where your role becomes even more important, because what you have just experienced here is more than a lesson. It is a movement, a vision, and that vision lives inside English Corner. English Corner is not just another channel about grammar rules or long lectures. It is a place where stories come alive. It is a place where English becomes natural, not something you memorize, but something you experience. Through stories of science, history, technology, and human courage, you don't just learn English, you live it. Supporting English Corner means supporting a mission to make English learning accessible, engaging, and inspiring for people across the world. A mission to create high-quality, story-driven lessons that make you forget you are studying and remind you that you are growing. When you subscribe, when you share, when you take part in this journey, you are helping to build a community of learners. A community where knowledge is not locked away, but shared freely. A community where everyone, no matter their background, can have the chance to improve, to connect, and to dream bigger. And here's the deeper truth. When you support English Corner, you are not just supporting me, or even this channel. You are supporting yourself. Because every new video, every new lesson, every new story is designed to make you stronger, more confident, and more ready for the world that is waiting for you. This is your chance to invest in yourself, not with money, not with complicated resources, but with your time, your attention, and your commitment to growth. So as we close this chapter, I invite you. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share this journey with a friend, because learning is even more powerful when it is shared. Stay curious, stay connected, and stay inspired. Because together, we can make English Corner not just a channel, but a global classroom. A place where stories teach us more than grammar. A place where learning is not a task, but a journey. A place where every student, including you, is also a storyteller shaping the future. Final note. The story of artificial intelligence is exciting, but the story of human intelligence is even more powerful. Machines may change the world, but only people can lead it. And among those people will be you, learners, dreamers, builders, and storytellers. So let this not be the end. Let this be your beginning, the beginning of your own journey, your own story, your own voice, and remember, the story of tomorrow begins today. The story of tomorrow begins with you, and English Corner will be here to walk that journey with you, every step of the way.